Serious. Again, sorry for the, well, not again because I haven't mentioned it yet, but sorry for the short delay in the start. The traffic on the way in was absolutely mental. Because sunrise is about 7 a.m. here. Oh, sorry, just after 7 a.m. Basically means that the stream will start a little later and we meet all the traffic, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. And yeah, so it gets stuck in a bit of traffic on the way in, but yeah, no matter. We're here. The morning's beautiful. I've got the puffy jacket on this morning, but I tell you what, I don't really think we need it. It's a superb morning. As you can tell by that beautiful sunrise. It's lovely to see you all in the chat. We'll move over to the chat just briefly. Just let me know if that audio is all good. I don't want it to be too overpowering or too soft or too anything. So just yeah, please let me know. It should all be okay. It should be all nice and balanced.
Clear for right, clear for takeoff. Transport heading.
It's a bit funny with the ATC. We sort of hear a bit here and there, but look, it's great to see you all here. Thank you so much for inviting us into your homes or your offices this morning, wherever you're tuning in from. Let's touch on we'll touch on the chat just briefly after this departure. It's always a little bit tricky to get a word in and get some time to get into the chat when on these the morning rush periods, but I'm sure we'll find a moment. But we can all enjoy the beautiful morning sunlight here in Sydney. Just gone after 7:30 a.m. this morning. Here on I think it's Wednesday. I lose track of days. And out behind the trees there. But good morning, Miles. Miles is here. Ashley's here. Some of our lovely moderators. Good on you, fellas. Chris Cotton as well. Morning, Chris. It's a Reacto. Shirley, Edward, Gavin Dinsdale, William Hales here. Good morning there, Will. Shirley, Hayden's here. Craig, Edward, Gary, Oz to go. We'll come back to it, rest assured. Nice right-hand turn through 500 feet there from the Virgin 737-800. We'll touch on a little bit more of the chat just now. We've got our Malindo friends over there on 3-4 left, ready to depart. We've got Gary Whelan here. Miss Wings is here. Good morning, Miss Wings. Big fella Dave. G'day there, big fella Dave. Josh Leclerc. Lance is here. Good morning, Lance. Beastie Lucifan's here. Brent's here. Good morning there, Brent. Nath Peterson. Jerry Bird. Good morning, Jerry. Tony. XT. Steve Coleman's here. Good morning. Anitra's here. Good morning. Dazzlejet. Craig Jordan. G'day, Craig. Good to see you, mate. Aeroplano Man. Gabrielle's here. Louise. Good morning, Louise. Nathan Peterson. Kylie Jackie. A Paris. Paul Williams. Barry Loves. Good morning. Jeez, I tell you what, everyone's here this morning. LA Girl. Evelyn. Good morning there, folks. Shrubsy. Sue Major. Trev. G'day, Trev. Oh, dear. There's our Bamboo friends coming in from Ho Chi Minh City this morning. Almost missed that one. It's not a regular here in Sydney. It's only about twice or 2 or 3 times a week, so it's not a daily service. Not a daily service, but one of those nice ones that you get occasionally. They're a budget carrier out of Vietnam. Susan Phoenix here. Good morning there, Susan. The Peacock A380. Good morning. Jabari, Sam Wallace. Amy's here. Good morning, Amy. Moe's here as well. Good morning, folks. It's great to have your company this morning. And sorry. There we go. Sorry about that, Shirley. Shirley with a $5 super chat. I'm jealous you're having to wear a jacket and I'm trying to keep cool in a hot and humid Montgomery. Now, where are we talking in the US? Are we? I'm guessing. But yeah, look, it's pleasant. It's pleasant this morning. I actually do have the big jacket on, but I think it's actually warm enough not to need it. That might sound a little bit ridiculous given the temperature up top. I don't know what it is. It says up there at the moment. But there's no wind at the moment. We are expecting strong westerlies this afternoon, starting later this morning. So whether they do switch to runway 25, that well, I'm sure we'll find out later on in the stream. But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed they don't, because if they switch to 25, that's pretty much the stream done and dusted. Just with the location, we have absolutely no visuals of the runway 25 area. But Shirley, thank you so much for looking after me this morning. It's very kind of you, and stay cool. Stay cool indeed. And Nath Peterson, good morning there, Nath. 2 months. Wow, no, well worth my money, Sam. Tim giving us a show. Hopefully you're staying warm, getting a cheeky feed before you leave. That's a good question, but yeah, I'd never eat when I'm out here. Never eat. But yeah, I might stop for the traditional pie or sausage roll from the local on the way home. It really depends on what time we stream till today. I don't really have any expectations. I'm hoping to get till about midday, but with the westerly winds coming, I'm not really sure. It all depends on what time the westerlies arrive, and if they do end up changing to the 1/6 parallels, that will entirely depend on Mother Nature of what happens with the weather. So not a cloud in the sky. However, winds expected. So fingers crossed we can be left unscathed. And keep in mind I'm standing on a beach, so hopefully the sand doesn't kick up too much. There we go. Let's get stuck back into the chat just briefly. But Nathan, thank you so much for looking after us, mate. We really appreciate that. The 2 months there in the Sydney Harbour Suite, right at the tippity top, mate. Love your work. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take the jumper off. Montgomery in Alabama. There you go, Shirley. Well, you stay cool over there. It's always the way, isn't it? You always the grass is always greener. When it's cold, you want heat. When it's hot, you want cold.
350
Nice little dashy there, just touching down. Those colourful spoilers. I always wondered why they're different colours.
Alright, let's take off in 322.
Alright, I'm going to have to try and see what's going on with the ATC. For some reason it's not picking up as much as we could. I know Kurt's had the same issues from this spot. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. The parallels there in fine form.
Right, super right, clear land, and we'll go on you for 1 or 6
Yeah, so for some reason we can't hear the control tower. We can only hear the aircraft, which is kind of strange. But look, it's an absolute beautiful morning, and it's nice and calm. Nice and calm. The tides are relatively low. And Nathan Weir's here. Good morning there, Nath. Plane Spotting Australia's here. Good morning. Carol Smythe's here. Good morning there, Carol. Or Smith. That was a tricky one there, Carol. Lachlan Dewsbury here is here. Any Rec 737s? I'm sure there will be, mate. I'm sure there'll be no shortage of Rec 737s. We normally get quite a few throughout the day, and I can't see today being any different. Declan's here. Good morning, Declan. Phil Strack's here as well. Good morning, Phil. Learning to Fly's here as well. And Lachlan, you're tuning in from Wollongong. Love it, mate. Martin Smith's tuning in from the UK, coming to Australia for the first time in January. Going to do 3 days in Sydney, then fly to the Gold Coast for 12 days. Martin, I'm sure you'll love that, mate. The Gold Coast is definitely a beautiful part of the world. There is no doubt about that. And in January, gee whiz, I can anticipate what the weather's going to be like out there. Yeah, just not sure what's going on with the ATC there, but we'll flick over to China Southern just briefly. And for any plane spotters in Sydney this morning, if you're around the airport, we're expecting the Euro Atlantic 777 to operate on the Air Calin service this morning. It's due in just before 11 a.m. And I'm hoping that we don't get switched to 25 before then, depending on if that wind picks up. But hopefully, with any luck, we'll catch it here on runway 34 right. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I dare say they might throw it on 34 left, but it'll depend on air traffic at the time and all that jazz. Yes, I'm not sure what's going on with the ATC. It's just not coming through nice and clear like it normally would. And the Ningo Show, good morning, mate. Dropping a $10 super chat. It's very generous, mate. I appreciate that. Good morning, Tim. Love the live streams you and Kurt do. And Maddie, of course, up the Gold Coast there. I always try and watch when I can. Keep up the good work, boys. Hey, I appreciate that, mate. Well, you've been, you've been a viewer for quite some time, haven't you, mate? I reckon you've been tuning in for the better half of probably a year, I'd imagine. But look, mate, we appreciate the viewership, and thank you so much for taking the time to send through a tip this morning. That's very generous of you, mate. And yeah, look, it's always nice. It's always nice to come out and share all the action with you. especially when the weather's so nice. I'm quite sure it was last year's stream. Last year's streams where every time I wanted to come out, it was just raining. It was a shocker. But thank you so much, mate. That's very, very kind of you. Tony, no container ships today that we can see. There are some there, probably tucked away somewhere. They've got another little alleyway.
Yeah, right. 54.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't hear the ATC well today. It's very strange. There is another little alleyway that's sort of south of where we are. And there's normally a couple of container ships tucked away in there. Sort of like an east-west facing as opposed to this one, which is north-south. Very nice, very nice. And Steve A. Murray, good morning there, Steve. Dropping a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, mate. No message attached, but read loud and clear as always. Thank you so much for your support, mate.
Land on the Wolf direct 54.
Right, so we've got the parallel Rex arrivals. These are all the regional ones that are coming from their overnight ports. Operating early services into Sydney. For people in regional New South Wales to perhaps connect onto international sectors if that's where they're headed, or other domestic destinations that they might not be able to get to from their local airports. Thank you so much there, Steve, for the kind tip, mate. I appreciate that. Jabari Phillips is here. Good morning there, Jabari. Sarah Deal. Good morning there, Sarah. Tuning in from all the way on the other side of the planet. I love that. The glory of YouTube right there. Josh Aldridge is here. Good morning, Josh. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully you're doing well. And Plane Spotting Australia dropping a $1 super chat. I don't know what the message was there, mate, but don't know if it was something a bit cheeky. But I appreciate it, mate. Yes, indeed. Hayden, there was delays at Melbourne Airport this morning, possible breach to security. Yes, well, like that's it. Obviously safety is paramount, and generally if things like that do happen, they will generally kick everyone out of the terminal and make them all rescreen again. Obviously, depending on what happened, like maybe someone accidentally went through an incorrect door. I'm not too sure. But yeah, could be the case. But yeah, generally they'll get everyone out of the terminal. They'll inspect it, and then they'll allow everyone to re-clear security and come back in through the terminal. And even though it's a bit of a pain, but you want to know that you're safe. And, all airports around the country will stop at nothing to make sure that the airports are safe places. There's one of our little Air New Zealand friends, the 320 Neo. I just love the size of those engines. We don't see an incredibly wide variety of NEO operators here in Sydney. Well, it's mainly just New Zealand and Jetstar and Air Callian as well operating. They'll drop in a couple of times a week as well with the 320 NEO. And Nigel Bradley, good morning there, mate. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. And Spooky Cindy, watching from the UK. Great stream. Thanks there, Cindy. It's kind of hard to read that text. And Plane Spotting Australia as well, dropping another 5. But yeah, keep. I mean, I don't know what you're saying, but I appreciate I appreciate the 5, of course. Alex Evans is here. G'day, mate. Good on you, Alex. One of our local plane spotters here in Sydney. Good on you, mate. And Josh Aldridge there, checking in for 13 months there into the Sydney Harbour Suite.
34 left, off Bravo.
G'day, Tim. I'm in Alabama this week doing some teaching, enjoying the stream as always. Okay. Alabama. The only thing I know about, well, that I can relate to Alabama is the oh, what movie is it? Oh, you got me stumped, Josh. It's too early in the morning to be thinking this hard about movies. I'm not much of a movie buff. It's right on the tip of my tongue. If everyone's thinking the same as me, someone will know what movie it is in the chat. There you go. But it's good to see you, Josh. Hopefully you're doing well, mate. 13 months there in the Sydney Harbour Suite. Good on you, mate. What a legend. Oh, someone will know it. Someone will know it. Forrest Gump. There you go. That is the one. That's the one. Good on you there, Rachel. Yes. That's the one. Right, let's. I don't know if I'm in a particular area that I'm not getting enough. We're not getting such great reception here. But it's very strange. I can't work it out. Got the frequency bang on and everything. Anyway, looks like we've got a. Something juicy joining us here on runway right here. The Vietnam 350 will be joining us here. It's always nice to catch the heavies landing on runway 34 right. Something that we don't really get to see from the control tower. But particularly in this beautiful morning sunlight, it's always great to see. So we'll enjoy the beautiful Vietnam. I do apologise about the ATC. I just can't work out what the go is. Just give me 1 second. Yes, I'll work on that throughout the morning. But it's quite unusual because geographically we're not actually that far away from the control tower. We're probably only probably 2 kilometres, I'd say. We don't have direct like a direct line of sight with the tower though, from this particular vantage point. So we might that may have something to do with it, but you wouldn't think so. Anyway, we'll sit back, relax, and enjoy the beautiful sounds of the beach and the aircraft landing here on 34 right. So here she comes, Vietnam.
Runway 34, right, Qantas 506.
Don't know what's going on there. The ATC wants to play silly buggers this morning. Look at that, what a beautiful arrival. Just, I mean, with the wind calm. Geez, they do so well.
Please take off runway 34 right, Qantas 506.
Yeah, so we can hear the pilots
Yeah, the warning was 912.
perfectly. Anyway, we'll work on that. We'll maneuver over for the next departure here on the runway right. What's going on there? All right, sorry about that. We've got to mute that. Beautiful. Might have to do something about those trees, I think, folks. I guess that's just all part of it. Kempy's here. G'day, Kempy. And Reefer as well. Good morning, Reefer. And Jerry Bird. Good morning there, Jerry. Jerry's just dropped 5 gifted memberships into the chat. So thank you so much there, Jerry. We'll have to recredit Cargo Charlie there for that as well, to some degree, for pointing you in our direction. Thank you so much there, Jerry. So we've got Debbie, we've got Cam Hardwick, we've got Nathan Weir, Lee Newcomb, and Arunta 5 there, all receiving complimentary gifted memberships. Thank you so much there, Jerry. Great input into the channel, mate. We do appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Just to take the moment to offer five viewers the chance to jump inside and join us there in the Uluru Lodge for a month's free membership. You're a legend, Jerry. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, it's so nice to be to stream when we've got no wind. The audio quality and the all-around enjoyment levels are sky high. And Sarah, good morning there again, Sarah, the real deal. We're dropping a $20 super chat. Thank you much there, Sarah. Thank you so much, I should say. Nice to be here. Our mutual friend visited Boston. She said the Lufty A380 arrived from Frankfurt. She was able to be on the tarmac to witness her close up. You have to come visit next. I will treat you to our local clam chowder. Look, Sarah, I've been to, I probably know what Bostonians, I don't know if you're called Bostonians, and New Yorkers are like, but I've been to New York a couple of times. And love it. So if Boston's anything like New York to its own degree with its own sort of personal charm. I'm sure I'd love it. Boston's actually one of the places that I'd love to get. That I'd love to go, and I did check out the video of the Lufthansa 380 returning him back to service, and look, there's some really nice views to be had there. I mean, I didn't realise that that Boston Airport was quite as scenic, and I mean, you'd be forgiven to think that with views like this, you know, where you've got some, I mean, these are, that's probably not a great example of the big unit blocks and hotels, but the houses, I don't know in which direction. It was sort of from the left side of view, where they were sort of rolling out. There was some beautiful, like, old houses there with what I would imagine to be amazing views over the runways there. Now, I think that would be a killer spot to live, just quietly.
Alright,
now all of a sudden I haven't touched anything. We can hear ATC. That's weird. But yes, it's yeah. Look, it looks beautiful, and I love seeing some different airports being shown as well. I'd like to be able to do the same here, but yeah, just a little bit tricky at the moment. For us, going off gallivanting, particularly alone. Don't think Mr. SydSquad would be too happy about that. Just to say, hey, I'm going off to stream at another airport. And we don't have many other airports that. Well, we don't have any other airport that's quite on the
number 1 to now Understood, going for it.
Right, so there you go. That's just, this is tech for you. You do nothing and it changes.
309, Sydney Tower, today wind at 310 degrees, 8 knots. 345,
Thank you so much, Sarah, for your kind tip there. That's very generous of you. And look, a little closer to home there. We've got Tender Gourmet 123 dropping at $2, tuning in from Hornsby, which is just over in the northern Sydney area, the northern parts of Sydney. A little closer to home there. And hopefully you're enjoying this show as well this morning, Tender Gourmet. Lovely to have your company, and I appreciate the support, mate. And Sarah, thank you. Your pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you for having us into your house this evening, I should say. And Debbie 13, good morning there, Debbie. Jumping in for 3 months into the Uluru Lodge there. I think that was gifted there from Jerry. So thank you so much, Deb. It's quite clear that you're tuning in a fair bit, which is amazing to see. So thank you for your viewership and appreciate your support. Trevor Long is here. He's busy off gallivanting around the world. Geez, look at this. We got Baboon Ninja there dropping in into the Bondi Beach Cabana. Got to do there, Baboon Ninja. Interesting mix, but thank you so much for joining us. And geez, who was asking for the Rex 737? Because here we go already. Geez, sorry about that. It's one of the challenging things about work, about streaming from the beach, is that the tripod tends to sink a little bit, so you've got to balance it up occasionally. Cheers, Mike Fox Mike. This is the latest 737 to join the Rex fleet. It's had a bit of a colourful past, and if you'll notice, It's got quite an orangey look to it as opposed to the other ones, which are a little bit more of a burgundy shade. There's Singapore 212 just coming out to play. We'll enjoy the sounds of the GE90s from all the way over here. I think we worked it out as about 1.7 kilometres away from the 3-4 left threshold. And Mark and Ruben, they're checking in. Good morning there, Mark and Ruben. Dropping an $8 super chat. Thank you so much there, fellas. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream this morning. No message attached, but of course read loud and clear. And, thank you for looking after me this morning. Yeah, the ATC, it's kind of funny. Quite a lot of static. Better than nothing what we could hear about 5 minutes ago. Let's see what I could view these 3-4 right departures for days in this particular weather. It's just perfect. We'll have to keep an eye out for our Qantas 12. I believe she's not too far out. I don't think I can see it just yet, but I'm sure everyone in the chat has got a good eye on it and on Flight Radar 24 there. Geez, William. William, you're looking after me again, mate. Forever generous and forever in debt to you, mate. So thank you so much. Shout out to Kay as well. Shout out to the Hale family. And amazing supporters of the channel. And look, as we always say, we'll never expected, mate, but always appreciated. Just glad that you can come in and enjoy in whichever way best suits you. If you've got us on the TV, or if you've got us on in the office, or however you like to view the streams. But look, red loud and clear there, Will. Thank you very much, mate. Alright, what we'll do, we'll head over to runway left there, Will, and we'll enjoy the sounds of the GE90s. Superb, one of the greats. Johnny Neal, good morning there, Johnny. Checking in for 17 months. How about that? Right at the tippity top in the Sydney Harbour Suite. Sorry, I don't want to miss that, John. The 17 months, mate, that is absolutely insane. Alright. I think this jet car's going to get in the way, but we'll see how we go. She rolls very long. The Singapore triple, she'll probably rotate around the taxiway kilo area, maybe even the crossing runway. So she'll disappear there. Oh, I think the nose was just starting to come up. Always a nice long takeoff roll, that bad boy. But John, cheers. Great way to start the day. Cheers, Tim. My day is set. Have a great stream, mate. John, thank you so much, mate. Not just from me, but from the boys as well, from the team. We appreciate that, mate. 17 months. That's amazing support. Obviously, no obligation to become a member, but to support for that length of time is quite outstanding. And the Jetstar 321s, we're lucky we get to see quite a fair few of them operating out of Sydney here. Just not your average Jetstar, I guess. The 321 Neo, we don't see a whole lot of them here in Sydney. Of the 321 variety. Just a couple of operators, as we alluded to earlier. Occasionally we'd get the Philippines 321 Neos, but not in a long time. Maybe one day they'll bring them back, but it's A330 only for now. And above us only Sky, they're rejoining us there in the Uluru Lodge. Thank you so much, mate. Welcome back. Doesn't say how long you've been there for, which is funny. But welcome back, mate. I think you've got your yourself the potentially a new badge there, mate. Thank you so much for your support. And welcome to the Uluru Lodge. Go and enjoy a nice little glass of bubbly and enjoy all the views, mate. Arunta 5 saying the Qantas 12 is on its way in. All right, we'll have to keep our eyes to the sky. We'll keep our eyes peeled for that one. The clarity in the sky is superb this morning. So as soon as it comes into view, we should be able to see it no trouble. There is only a few spots of cloud out to the west. Owen Myers here. Good morning there, Owen. TriStar Darren. Good morning there, Darren. Good to see you, mate. Sorry, folks. Speaking of Philippines, well, these two arrivals look to be nicely timed, so we'll be able to catch both of these arrivals. The beautiful 717. That beautiful sound coming out of the engines there of the QJet 717. We'll look back at these streams in, well, the next couple of years. Well, what's that out there? There she is, folks, the Qantas 12. Just turning, well, it looks like she might be turning base already. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe a nice early base leg. Just swinging it around the corner. Going to bring it in on runway 34 left. We'll see that. That'll probably be number 1 or 2 to land behind the Philippines. Very nice, very nice. Right, we might even see the my voice just went funny there. Gregory Bloom dropping a $10 super chat. Good morning there, Greg, one of our long-term members. Good to see you, Greg. Hopefully you're doing well. G'day from New York City. Excited for the Qantas 3 departing on the stream. And Qantas returning to JFK. Yes. So Qantas 3, Sydney to Auckland, and then direct to New York. Oh, how good's that? It's good to see it return. The Qantas 3 used to be the Sydney to Honolulu service, and it used to be operated, well, some time ago by a 747, but more recently now operated by an oh, look at that site, that's a beauty. Imagine being chased by that thing. More recently, let's stick with the A380. It's a great sight, looking straight down the guts of it. Still with wheels up and all. So we'll catch that making its left turn and joining. It's kind of hard to tell when those wheels will drop. But yeah, actually, that's not today, is it? The first Qantas 3. Because there's every chance that we might see it depart off runway right as it heads to Auckland. I'll have to double check that. I know it wasn't too far away actually. So yes, it'd be nice to see the kangaroo back in the Big Apple. That's not a bad sight there, is it? Not a bad sight for your Wednesday morning. But Greg, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate the amazing support. You're a legend, mate. A couple of Airbuses just doing their thing on the parallels. That's a sight you'll never get sick of. There's just no way. So I might have to double check that and see if it is the case when that Qantas 3, the inaugural New York service, does depart. Hello? Okay, we're back. Oh. Finally. It's just the same thing, isn't it? Just the same thing. It's so frustrating. It's just some, you know. Yeah. Anyway, Emirates A380. Here we go. Let's enjoy it. Thank you for those that didn't click away. I know it's not an easy thing to do. So I appreciate you bearing with us. it's a lovely sight. Just ducking off behind the trees there and heading off to Christchurch. She's the first A350 delivered in China. There we go. It was here just a couple of days ago as well. All right, the beautiful Korean Dreamliner is ready to rock and roll over there. Oh dear. And Wendy Cutler, good morning there, Wendy. Member for 1 month there in the Uluru Lodge. Thank you so much. Oh, well, second month, I should say, there in the Uluru Lodge. Good morning from the Bass Coast. Good morning, Wendy. Hopefully you're doing well. And sorry about the little dropout there. It's just yeah, out of my hands. Sometimes the tech works, sometimes it doesn't. It's just the way it is. It gets there. It gets there. And the Baboon Ninja dropping a $5 super chat there. Thank you for the warm welcome. Well, thank you for becoming a member, and appreciate the love, mate. And thank you for joining us, and thank you for dropping a $5 and bearing with us as well. That's very kind of you, mate. And good morning there, Was. Hi, Tim. It's 1 year, 1 month and 26 days since I found you guys, but no one's counting, hey, Was. Thank you, Tim Kurt, Matt, Nige, Cargo, Charlie. Love you guys. Hey, Was, mate. We appreciate that. We appreciate you giving us a little shout out there on your on the radio as well, mate. That's very kind of you. Was of course from Highland FM down there in the Southern Highlands. Oh, she's heavy today. Where the good boys kick the tyres and light the fires, and the bad boys come out to play. I love that. Yeah, we love when they come out to play. Was. Especially the 380s, the 7.4s, the triplers. We love it, mate. We love it. Appreciate the ongoing support, mate. You're always taking good care of us. And Taylor, another amazing supporter of the channel. Good morning there, Taylor. Member for the 11 months there in the Uluru Lodge. Another month with the SydSquad family. Hope you're doing well, Tim. Shout out to my second monitor gang. Here's to the 50k subs home stretch. Yeah, look, that's exactly right, Taylor. We're, I mean, we're not too far away, are we? We're not going too badly there in the sub department. Obviously, just as a hobby, I think we're doing all right. And for the amount of time that we can put into the channel with work and everything else on the side, I think we're going great guns. So. Taylor, it's lovely to have your support as well of the channel, and yeah, here's to 1 month, another month. Geez, you're almost at the year. How good's that? But thank you so much again for your amazing support of the channel. The boys here in Sydney, good on you there, Taylor. Yeah, we love your work. Just getting all caught up there on the chat. And Beastie Lucifin, they're dropping a 5-pounder. Let me touch on that just in a sec. Got to enjoy as many rifles as we can while the tech lasts. I mean, look, you can probably imagine that the feeling when you see that the stream's gone down. It's always the heart's pumping, the forehead's sweaty. We always doing 100% to try and get it back. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. But look, today was a good day. We could get it back, luckily. But good morning / evening, everyone, from a warm England. Just trying not to melt. What is it? Above 20 degrees Celsius, is it? Won't be much sleep tonight. So happy to see you streaming, Tim. Hey, I appreciate that, Beastie Lucifer. That's a very kind of you. And stay cool over there. Yeah, look, we know a thing or two about heat here in Australia, so I know exactly what you're dealing with. And yeah, look, it definitely can be a little tricky when you're trying to sleep on it and it's just stinking hot. It's not much fun at all. But thank you so much there for dropping the £5 super chat. Love your support. Thank you so much. And Mark and Ruben dropping another super chat. Thank you so much there, boys. Dropping an $8, I should say. Thanks for the great stream from Ruben in the chilly Southern Highlands. On the lookout for sub 340s. Good on you there. Good on you there, Ruben. Ruben, you got to check out their Woz on Highland FM. He's down there in the Southern Highlands as well. Saturday nights with Woz. Mr. Warren Barnett. You might even hear a little SydSquad shout out on a Saturday night. What do you reckon, Woz? So Ruben, you'll have to go and give Woz a bit of love there on the radio on a Saturday night. And he's got a better host voice than anyone else you've heard, I reckon. He's like the Ray Warren of Saturday night radio. Good on you, Ruben. Stay warm down there, mate. It's going to be a beautiful day. Blick Fang's here. Jade Hall is here. Good morning there, everybody. And the Peacock A380 here. Yes. I need to play that music, don't I? G'day, g'day. Spread your little wings and fly. Or your little wings and fly. Thank you for providing the best views in plane spotting. Simply the best. Yeah, well, thanks, Tina. Appreciate that. Good on you, mate. Long-time supporter. And if anyone recalls, we were streaming a couple of months ago up in the tower. And world famous, the Peacock A380 dropped off some Tim Tams. How good's that? Good on you, Dave. One of the greats, mate. Thank you so much, mate. And 10 months there in the Uluru Lodge. I love it. And just quietly, I love that display photo as well. That's quite nice. It's a little small on my screen, but it looks like a selfie in front of a 380. It's actually very, very small on my screen. And we've got Justin Hoke there joining us right at the tippity top in the Sydney Harbour Suite. Good morning, mate. That's incredible support again, becoming a member there right at the tippity top. And we'll dedicate you an arrival into the SydSquad Sydney Harbour Suite. It would be, look, we've got a heavy here on runway right, and it's a good way to kick start the day with a nice little dedication. It looks like we've got all coming in from Tokyo. So Justin, if it's okay with you, it's okay with me, we might dedicate this arrival to you for joining us there in the Sydney Harbour Suite. Thank you so much, mate. I can see Mad Dog's in the house. Tim Tamothy, one of I think Mad Dog was actually the first member here at SydSquad. But here we go, Justin. This is for you, mate. We'll dedicate this all Nippon arrival coming in from Tokyo, the 787-9 Dreamliner. There he goes. That livery will just never get old.
Uniform 1, Lima, Grand 1217, 0.79.
Alright, Uniform 1 onto Lima for the all Nippon 879er.
Takeoff, Bravo, triple right, that's full to
But welcome, Justin. Welcome to the SydSquad Sydney Harbour Suite, mate. And apologies for the delays. I'm still catching up a little bit. And, super chat there from Justin Hoke as well. Of course, I buy a membership and the oh yes. Oh, actually, I better not say that. It might be. I might jinx it again. Good on you, Justin. No, well, look, I'm doing my best to catch up, mate. I'm doing my best. Johnny McCarthy there dropping a £10 super chat. Johnny, let me get back to you in 1 sec. I want to try and catch them all if I can.
Takeoff 34,
Very nice. Love watching them make their left and right hand turns. Johnny McCarthy, good morning, Tim. Great views from the beach again. Is the car back out of bounds streaming there? Essentially, the crowd was causing a bit of an issue. Yeah, look, we won't be streaming there, but look. If we are able to head back there, we'll look. You'll all be first to know. That's for sure. Yeah, look, it was a magnificent spot, wasn't it? Magnificent spot. But yeah, look, maybe one day in the future, Johnny. Maybe one day in the future, hopefully. But thank you so much for joining us, and I appreciate the $10 super chat, mate.
Super right, 605.
There's our Japan 787 on the roll.
Just good directing.
Heading back to Tokyo this morning. There's our two Japanese carriers in the one shot. And Chloe Hutchinson, good morning there, Chloe. Dropping an $8 super chat. Just rang my dad at 5:30 a.m. in Perth. Oh, what's going on here?
Alright, trick right, clip takeoff, 605.
Sydney Tower, was that you?
Yeah, affirmative. Sydney Tower, Qantas 38, Kemi.
All right. Looks like we've lost a couple of our overlays, unfortunately, mate.
Clear to land, 3 for right, Qantas 88.
It's just always, it's always something, isn't it? Qantas 88, our next arrival here on runway 34 right. Chloe. Anyway, time to let him know that you are live streaming. He's flying out to Perth on Qantas 643, and we're both big fans. Look, we'll do our best to catch that departure there for you, Chloe. Hopefully, I mean, they'll almost certainly go off runway left, but we should be able to catch it to a degree. But thank you so much for your $8 super chat, and please remind me. Qantas 643. We'll have to try and catch that. As best we can.
Line up, runway 24 right, Qantas 6113. Uniform 1, Lima 1217, Qantas 88.
Alright, Qantas 88 there. Coming in from Seoul on runway right. And yeah, it's very strange. All of my my weather, my time, everything's disappeared. My data tags, it's just the same old, isn't it? The same old thing. We've got Justin Hoke there, dropping 5 gifted memberships. Is that for getting the stream back online there, Justin?
Takeoff on it, 6113.
Thank you so much, mate. We've got Maddie M, Luca Qantas, Aviation Emily, Gary Lee, and Ben Burns, all receiving gifted memberships there. Welcome, folks, and look, Justin, thank you so much for gifting them. And if you're one of the lucky recipients, please do make sure you thank Justin there in the chat. Nice early rotation, one of the earliest we've seen here.